Johnny, I think you may be confused about the theme. It's not boots, it's boats.
Oh.
There is a significant difference between the two.
They have boats now.
Right.
Right,
Over at Flagler Beach.
We're now live. People could see and hear us.
I can goof on a boat. I guess it makes sense.
New boat goofing. All right. So yeah, on that note, are you guys ready for a countdown?
No, we're not, man. You
Okay.
just give me a goddamn minute.
We're live to viewers, right?
Yes, they can see and hear us.
Okay, the link Floyd in our Discord, is that a picture of yodeling Rodney Dangerfield? I realize they're going to get this 5 seconds later, but still,
Yes,
I'm very confused.
that's amazing.
Oh wow.
Oh,
I
God,
love it.
Now
Although I'm not sure about the the captioning. I feel like it should be more like yodel hey ho hey ho hey ho ho hey. I don't get
I'm
no
just trying to
respect,
yodel
hey, no
here.
respect. Oh. I'm telling you, I put my suit on, a button fell off. I picked up my briefcase, the handle fell off. I'm afraid to go to the bathroom. Hey ho.
Can you just
David.
do the whole show as Rodney
Yeah.
Dangerfield?
Well, yeah, we just got a new character on the show.
Oh my god.
David Dangerfield.
Yodeling Rodney. Yeah. Rodney Davidfield.
I can't. I just
No, don't.
I just sound like goofy when I do
I
it.
was gonna say, Johnny, why is your Rodney Dangerfield a goofy imitation?
Of course, no one respects me.
Hey ho, I don't get
I
no
got a
respect.
new
Ain't that right, Max?
boots.
Yeah.
Ah, feel
Oh,
hooked.
yeah. Take my wife, please.
Before we get started, John, it seems like you're lagging again.
Yeah, what do you know, man? I'm not surprised. You guys have fun. See you later.
Wait, try this.
Try this.
Fuck, we've lost our host.
Here we
How
go.
are we gonna do this?
Hold on.
I know from experience, the show doesn't go well without me.
Oh, we've lost Johnny. That's even
Yeah,
worse.
How does that fix your problem?
It was even less good without Jenny.
I set my end to mobile mode, which is supposed to reduce how much data it uses, so maybe that'll help. I don't know if that'll help if you did it on your end too. If you click the gear icon and then or under advanced, there's a switch for mobile mode, limits the stream resolution. Up, John found it. And I honestly can't tell a difference in video quality or anything.
I don't know, man. If it makes it so I can talk to you guys and
Yeah.
fucking banter naturally.
Yeah.
I mean, John looks just as handsome as ever. I meant that as a compliment.
Backhanded compliment.
It's
I know
al-
that.
it's already
Never
working
been
be-
particularly handsome.
It's already working better because you didn't freeze up and we could see you flick us off.
Yeah, it's good. Great improvement.
Yeah, I think this might
David
be the
can-
fix.
Feel my disdain for him coming through the stream.
All right, so who's ready for a countdown?
I
I know from last week I have to ask. I can't just assume.
Sorry. Another thing. I would have been ready, but my son was eating up a lot of my time pre-show, doing all this shit nowish instead of before the show. Yeah, I don't think he has pink eye.
Doesn't
Like,
he
dude-
know that the show starts soon?
He knows nothing.
Is he not watching it?
Yeah.
Mercifully, no.
Boy, Dad, you should. I can't do your kid.
Yeah. What?
Was that your Rodney Dangerfield?
Can't do Rodney Dangerfield. You can't do John's son. What imitations can you do?
I got one.
Careful there, David.
Oh.
Hey, Daddy.
Oh, Dad.
No respect, I tell you.
Time
Ah,
for the
Daddy.
tune.
Now that is what a Scottish hooker is dying to tell me.
All right, yeah, let's start it up.
All right. David, you ready?
Yes.
Jesse, you ready?
Yes.
All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Welcome to Game That Tune.
Oh, yeah. What is going on, everybody? It's Game That Tune, and we are back in the house once again. It's your boy, John Harrington, here. We've got John Regan with us. Say hey.
Hey.
We've got Jesse Moore. Say hey.
Hey.
And we've got David Fleming. Say hey.
Hey, I tell you, I don't get no respect. No respect at all.
Mm-hmm. Welcome back, everybody. It's Game That Tune in the house for episode 282. And my goodness, if you're just joining us here on the show,
Are we not going to continue that bit? Okay.
No, you don't have to say anything while I'm doing the intro, David. You can just keep doing the bit if you want. You know, I can get through my intro, and you can do the Rodney voice all night long if you'd like. I was actually about to make reference to it, but you know what? Now I'm killing the bit. You get no respect for David at all. If you're just joining us here on Game That Tune, I'm not usually this, spicy, but, I don't know, something about David's Rodney Dangerfield bit just really pissed me off. And what we're going to do is listen to some video game music. We've each brought 3 songs from a game. We're going to try and guess each other's games based on the songs and a little bit of trivia. We're going to goof off and have a lot of fun. And the winner at the end of the night gets to pick the theme for the next episode and play some bonus tunes. And our winner last week was the unrespectable David Fleming. A man who commands no respect at all.
I tell you, I don't get no respect. No respect. I told my doctor.
That's what I
hey,
just
doctor,
said. I literally just said that.
Okay, fine. I won't do the bit.
Aww.
I kept getting interrupted.
Yeah. So David
Wow,
gets
way to
tell us-
sink a good bit.
David, I don't think
Yeah.
you understand what not getting respect is. You're going to get interrupted, man. That's
right. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if you've ever been respected in your life, but it usually comes with not being interrupted. But yeah, so David's going to tell us the theme for this week's episode.
The theme for tonight's episode is boats, ships, seafaring vessels.
Yes it is. What does that have to do with Rodney Dangerfield, David? Why is this happening?
It was a pre-show bit. I was trying to do something funny, and you're just giving me that glare. You're giving me that horrible glare. You're not giving me no respect. No respect, I tell you. My doctor doesn't respect me. I told my doctor, hey, I swallowed a whole bottle of sleeping pills. He said, you know what? Have a couple drinks. Take a rest. Hey, I don't get no respect.
God. I think you need to loosen your tie, David. You don't feel like yourself tonight. But yeah, so it's boats, baby. We're going out on the sea. We got some seafaring vessels, as David said. It could be a boat, could be a submarine, could be a battleship of some kind. I don't think it should be any sort of. I was kind of wondering about this. There are a lot of steampunk and kind of whimsical like sci-fi type games, David. What if it's a boat flying through space, but it's shaped like a seafaring ship, like say Bowser's airships?
Oh, like in Rogue Galaxy.
Yeah, like Rogue Galaxy or Skies of Arcadia.
I look forward to Skies of Arcadia music because that's great. But I believe specifically the theme in our Discord was seafaring vessels, not airfaring vessels. So
Okay,
yeah, it's like aqua boats, water boats.
well,
right. I
hold
was going to say,
on.
what is the sky, David, if not a sea?
We did we say and or did we say or? I believe we said ships or boats or seafaring vessels.
God
So
damn it, John.
it does not have to be seafaring. It
It's
could
only
be
Johnny wording it wrong to let himself back in, baby. You gotta love it. I bet you everybody chose watery boats tonight. I get the feeling it's going to be a very wet episode.
It's always wet on Game That Tune.
Yes, but especially when it's the seafaring episode, man. We're a bunch of salty dogs. We're gonna be out there on the water, on the high seas, baby. Waves crashing, just the wind whipping in your face. You feel that feel that sea breeze. You look out on that horizon and you think, I should start game one and listen to some fantastic tunes. We got 5 fantastic songs. 5 fantastic games. We got a great fan request. I think it's just going to be an awesome show. So, Johnny, hoist the mizzen mast. And actually, Johnny, you're the boat guy. Give us some boat lingo as you begin game one.
Oh, let's see here. So let's head out on the sloop John B. Was it my grandfather and me? I don't remember the lyrics of the song.
Game
I was-
1.
I was so
happened?
expecting
What
like
the
a
fuck
Johnny.
was that?
Johnny, give us some like nautical lingo. Ah,
I feel
Yeah.
like I had a
Are
stroke.
fast ye landlubbers.
You know, the Beach Boys, Sloop John B. It's a classic.
oh no, we know.
I didn't know because Johnny was just saying it. He wasn't, singing it. I don't recognize spoken Beach Boys lyrics
Yeah.
in
Oh,
2022.
you don't want Johnny
don't go
to
to
sing.
Beach Boys spoken word.
You don't
Yeah.
read Brian Wilson's books.
Yeah, sorry, Johnny.
All the time.
If it ain't Kokomo, I'm not hearing it these days, baby. So, let's let's go to Kokomo. Let's do it.
Game 1.
Off the Florida Keys. Is this shit still playing?
Just a little bit.
And done.
Okay. God, my
What
song
a
is getting no
fade out!
respect.
Jesus Christ!
It was like a boat slowly sinking.
Band was playing as the fucking ship was going down.
God, it would be great if at the end it was like bubble sounds. Okay. So this 2022 release is a sequel to a game that came out in 2018. In this version, or in this game, unfortunately, they made raising your sail a lot more complicated. Oh man, David abandoned ship.
Oh.
Probably thought after that last song, you had at least 3 minutes of fade out.
Yeah.
The song won't
man.
even fade for another hour or so.
He's like, I got enough time to poop.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, here we go.
David, Jesus.
Shit, I thought that song was going to be longer.
Yeah.
We
were
all, we
like,
all
oh,
did. All right.
See, that's why
right,
I tend to make the last song long. Anyhow,
All right, let's see. Oh man. Okay, so David said Assassin's Creed, the one on a boat. That's incorrect.
It's the second one on a boat, David. Come
yeah.
on, pal. Sequel.
Johnny said Sea of Thieves. That's also incorrect. And John says Elden Ring. Also incorrect. This is Far Changing Tides, which is just real havoc on your SEO. You start Googling Far. Oh, that comes up a lot.
What a name for a game.
But
I feel like my Google autocomplete will try to fill that in with the letter T. And
Far
it knows who I am. And
Changing Tides.
you're searching for fart games again, aren't you? Yes.
Fart goes in, fart goes out. Can't explain that.
Exactly.
What?
It's the tides, baby.
what
was
what
it.
the fuck medical condition do you have where farts go in?
Tidal fart.
Is it someone else's fart or your fart?
No,
Like, does
your
it
fart.
go out and then come back in?
Are you
or-
guys' farts not affected by the gravitational pull of the moon?
Official request to make the episode title Farts.
No, it's singular. You can only have one fart in and one fart out.
It's like
the same
yin
fart
and
every
yang,
time.
but farts.
Yeah. You never actually have more than one fart. It just keep farting the same fart forever.
Okay,
It's
well
serious
then,
condition, David.
I have an extensive fart because multiple times it seems like it's coming out, but
Uh-huh.
anyhow, Jesse, this game Far.
Yeah. It's kind of neat. It's a Game Pass game, so I gave it a try, and I'm tempted to play it, but then other game made me not want to play that anymore. So but you're like this little dude on this like big looking boat thing Like it looks weird. It looks like a spaceship almost, but it's like a boat and it's in the water. I swear it's a boat and it
Damn
also
well
can
better
turn,
be.
it can also turn into a submarine at one
Okay.
point.
But does it blast off into space eventually?
No, it does not.
It remains in water.
Yes, it has sails.
All
It
right.
does get, I think, beached at one point.
Is it
But-
amphibious?
Yes, that's how this works.
I mean, boats
Fuck,
aren't usually
Johnny.
amphibious. They go onto trailers that go on the land, and then they go into water.
yeah. So, anyways,
You had a boat. How do you not know this?
Johnny had an amphibious boat.
Yeah.
One of those
believe that's
tactical
just-
hurricane vehicles.
and so you're like this really, it's like comically small character. Like you have to zoom in on him sometimes, but you're running around this big boat and you got to like run over to like the sail, lift it up. Then you got to climb all the way up onto it. Then you have a rope you grab and jump down and hook it onto a thing. And then you have this little thing that controls it. And eventually you get to where you have these like oars that come out of the side of the boat. And there's like a little engine in there. And so you can fill it up with stuff and fuel and jump on this thingy. So you're like controlling this giant sailboat machine, submarine thingamajig all by yourself. And you're tiny, you're running from places back and forth. And you're going across the ocean or whatever, the river, wherever you are. It's just there's a lot of weird stuff going on. Like when you start off, there's like a city that's like underwater, kind of. It looks like a tidal wave just hit. So there's like houses floating like sideways and stuff. And typically, what like from what I played so far is you'll be sailing along, and then something's going to be in your way, and so you have to get out of your boat and then solve some sort of puzzles to move the obstruction to keep going. And
That's. I mean, it's so relatable, man. We've all been out there in the open ocean and just
Yeah.
encountered an obstruction and had to stop.
Yeah, you can't go
I believe
around
that's-
things.
I believe
Yeah, no,
that's
there's-
pretty
the
much what
ocean's
the
pretty
Odyssey
linear.
is about.
well, like that's the thing is this game. It's all like a 2D perspective. So like you can just go to the right, like so you can't just like go around stuff. Eventually, you can go underneath some things with you activate the submarine mode and stuff. But it's kind of a cool game. It definitely is an interesting art style, and I agree the lifting the mast and whatnot can be very annoying because especially like trying to like move it because sometimes you'll come into some obstacles like a bridge or something and you gotta like drop the thing, otherwise your mast gets all fucked up. And
Well, now hold on. You can't like. It's not a drawbridge. You can't stop and anchor for a minute and contact the harbor master and say raise the bridge and go through.
so I noticed a lot in this game there's not a lot of people around, and I don't know if that's like part of the story, like maybe something horrible happened and like you're like a last survivor or something. There's also like fun like swimming underwater and like getting treasure, like hooking the ropes. It's kind of like in Wind Waker, except instead of just dropping the hook blindly, you're going down and hooking stuff on yourself.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
That's cool.
So you like
So, in terms of like raising the sail, are you saying that like you're moving? So it's a side-scrolling game. You're on a boat, and you're moving your character. Are you having like do like a traversal thing to get up and like hoist the
Yeah,
sail
like-
and then get back down and
yeah, you
like
gotta
you're on
like
a moving platforming game the whole time?
well, it's not like moving, like you have to move across your boat and stuff and go to
Gotcha.
the little areas and push switches and climb up ladders and drop down with ropes and stuff and then you adjust like where the sails which way it moves to make it go faster or slower and stuff.
Right. Sounds
Um,
like it'd be kind of. It sounds like it's the kind of thing that they've worked into. I don't know, a few multiplayer games over the years where like somebody's responsible for doing
Yeah,
something, but
yeah,
you're
yeah.
doing it all by yourself. So
Yep.
yeah, it might get a little old after a while. Like, yeah, okay, cool. I'm lowering the sail again. Huh? Especially if there's like a are there like stick rotation puzzles or something to do it, or is it just button presses?
Yeah. It's a lot of like taking things and moving them to other places or maybe you've got to like move a train out of the way or it's like
I hate it when
weird
I
stuff.
run into a train out on the open ocean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
How the
it's
hell
why
did this
this
get
game-
here? What is this, Inception?
Henry Flagler Built
But
that
yeah.
famous, railway line over to the Florida Keys.
To the Florida Keys, yeah.
Yeah.
See, that just sounds to me
Straight
like
to Kokomo.
a combination of Phantom Hourglass and Spirit Tracks. Like Phantom Hourglass, you're still in the open ocean, but in Spirit Tracks, there's still an ocean temple. It's like, wait, why is my train going under the water?
Yeah, no, don't go there. I can't believe there's train track that goes to the ocean temple. That doesn't feel right.
This works on
built these?
coal. How am I going under the water?
Who built
Like,
these
that
tracks
makes no
under the
logical
water?
sense.
Yeah.
You did. Foolish idea. But yeah, I mean, it sounds cool.
Yeah, it's if you have Game Pass, it's definitely worth looking into. Just to if you want to fart around on a ship that's kind of weird looking, kind of steampunky.
I mean, I'm
looking
always
almost.
about farting around. You know that, baby.
Yeah. So yeah, it's got a look. It's got a style to it. It's trying to be kind of artsy a little bit, but still like puzzly and there's not a whole lot of games kind of like that where you're trying to control a whole ship by yourself and stuff.
You know what's
Right.
amazing is I'm looking at screenshots of this game, and the screenshots look like Myst.
Yeah, it's
And-
very
Oh.
Myst-like.
And I find it fascinating that when Myst came out, that was state of the art and the best they could do. Whereas
Yeah.
now this is like a choice. Like they said, no,
Right.
you know what? We're gonna go for this style.
Yeah.
And so, it's crazy because I didn't know it had that Myst style graphics. I thought they went with like a more realistic art style. I feel like now that I'm thinking about it, I've seen ads for this game. Didn't they get like the guy from Breaking Bad, Giancarlo Esposito, to like voice a character in this
No,
game?
that's Far Cry.
You're right. Oh,
God,
different game, huh?
very, very,
Okay.
because this game isn't like there's no violence in
Would
this
you
game,
say
as
that
I've
this game is a
seen.
far cry from Far Cry?
Oof.
Johnny, get the fuck out.
Damn, Davey, Johnny doesn't get any respect for that joke. God, we're going in on ourselves tonight, guys. It's fucking, downright
I'm always
esoteric by the end of the show.
always going
Doing
in
the
on
fucking
myself.
Rodney jokes. We're doing the Henry Flagler. Ooh, nobody's gonna understand what we're saying tonight, guys.
I hope this
So
isn't
no,
your
Jesse,
first
this
episode.
is in no way connected to Far Cry at all. This is a
Nothing to
completely
do
different
with
game.
Far Cry, nothing to do with
Missed.
Myst. Are there any other games that have far in the title?
Does it have anything to do with laundry?
Laundry.
Do you eat? Do you eat a
Do you
pod
eat
at any point in this
laundry?
game?
No. No. I don't think you
It's
eat
not about
anything.
changing your detergent.
No. It is not. No detergent.
Dang. Johnny sees where I went with that.
Yeah.
Johnny liked that. That joke was for Johnny. Me and Johnny were the laundry jokers.
Oh, gosh, that sounds
That's
like
our
a
new show.
very, very horrible tag team.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Yeah. The Impractical Jokers. You think their show sucks? Wait till you see me and Johnny, the laundry
I
jokers. All we
dislike
do
the
is laundry
Impractical
based
Jokers.
pranks.
we just do people's laundry for them and surprise them.
Got you, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Look at this hamper. It's empty now. That's because we
This
washed
is-
all your clothes.
Does this game have anything to do with World War II's failed Operation Market Garden, aka A Bridge Too Far?
I think a little, maybe a little bit.
Whoa.
That is the single most esoteric joke I have ever made on this show.
Yeah. No, that really was, man. That fucking joke was a bridge too far. Yeah.
How do we follow that?
I don't know. I think we just gotta, get some more nautical words from Johnny. Johnny's got to hit us with some more buzzwords as we move on to game 2.
Oh shit! All I got is skipjack, and which is the kind of
Whoa.
boat that you use for like getting crabs or
Okay.
fish or catching crabs. No.
Like
Yes,
giving
please.
That's the kind of boat you
Please
caught crabs on.
specify. That is catching crabs.
Oh, is
Not
that a
getting
skipjack?
crabs.
I got the worst case of crabs, guys.
I mean,
Got a bad case of skipjack, Johnny.
the boat you use to get crabs is called my dick.
Game 2.
Johnny back?
Hey,
Okay, now that Johnny's back,
Sorry.
here's the trivia. So this game was programmed by Giles Goddard, an English video game programmer who worked on Star Fox, 1080 Snowboarding, and he programmed the Mario face in Super Mario 64. Does anyone want an additional piece of trivia?
yes.
No, David, you didn't realize that this was the biggest group of GG heads in the known VGM podcasting universe.
I was going to say the fact that
Giles Goddard trivia.
the fact that there was such a quietness after that makes me think no.
I love me some Triple G, if you know
Yep,
what I mean.
I'm a
Giles Goddard
guy.
games.
Yep,
Yeah.
I love Giles Goddard games. I'm a Giles Goddard guy.
And
Search
German
for
Goo
it.
Girls.
Triple G. It's
Let's
it's
see
our
some
fan club.
answers and or penis drawings.
Is that a
So Johnny seems to have drawn a Sloop John Dick. Whereas John and Jesse have the correct answer. This is Steel Diver.
Isn't that a band?
No,
Been down
you're
too long in
thinking
the
of
Midnight Sea.
Steel
thinking-
Panther or Holy Diver?
you're thinking of Less Than Shake.
Yes.
So
That's
this
actually
Also a band.
this is Steel Diver, one of the launch titles for the Nintendo 3DS. Mainly notable for being the launch title for the Nintendo 3DS where you controlled a submarine.
Cool.
This was one of 3 launch titles for the 3DS that was actually made by Nintendo. There was Pilot Wings Resort, Nintendogs and Cats, and then Steel Diver. So this was the only original IP Nintendo did for the 3DS, and apparently, this game went back to the DS days. Like Shigeru Miyamoto really wanted to make a simulator game, and just couldn't make it work for the DS. So eventually, it got ported to the 3DS. This game was pretty fun.
Real quick, David. Do you know? Has anybody done, say, somebody like I don't know, like Brental Floss, done a song in the style of Wang Chung Dance Hall Days called DS Days?
I don't know, but the fact that you specifically referenced Brental Floss and that title makes me think that yes, this was done.
See, I don't think it is, and I feel like that's a good song right there. We got to write it, guys. We got to get into the video game song parody genre. We got to write DS Days.
Ooh.
Yeah, we need to go head to head with Brental Floss.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, we're gonna fuck Brental Floss up.
All right, so I'll play saxophone. What are you guys gonna do?
I just
I'll
want to say we are going to fuck up close personal friend of the show, Brental Floss.
Oh yeah, no, he's coming back on the show, and we're gonna premiere the song against him.
Yeah,
he's just.
Where's your song?
Yeah, we told you to bring a song. Gotcha.
Epic VGM parody battles of history on Game That Tune.
Oh man. But anyway, sorry. Yeah,
can we get
you saying
Dr.
DS Days?
Demento to host?
Oh man,
is he still alive?
Yes, he has a podcast.
Oh,
get him on.
Yeah.
It's not as good as our podcast, but
Well, it's way
Right,
different.
probably.
It's not like he's doing a VGM podcast.
Is he? He has to tell us if he is.
Yeah,
It's in the Constitution.
That's why he didn't tell me.
legally obligated.
It's entrapment if Dr. Demento's doing a VGM podcast and he doesn't tell us.
But the swamp.
So anyway, yeah, sorry, David. So this was an old idea from Shiggy, and
Yeah, so
it took place on the Pilot Wings Resort Island, and it had Nintendogs and cats inside the submarine.
Whoa.
Okay, I sincerely wish that was the case, because if you were patrolling the waters
Woof,
of
woof.
Woohoo Island as a dog and or cat, just shooting torpedoes at shit, that would make this game so much more fun.
Game of the year.
I mean, Smash Brothers has established a lot of things. Do you think that Steel Diver could take place in the shared setting of Woohoo Island along with Nintendogs and cats? Does that seem plausible? It seems plausible to me.
I wish.
My cat freaks out when I just walk in a room too fast. I can't imagine cats having a good time on a submarine.
God, I would love to find out though,
I've seen.
How do you think a cat reacts to going into a submarine?
I've seen weird cats doing stuff on TikTok. There's motorcycle cats that love to ride on motorcycles with their owner and stuff. And I'm like, I could probably jump off and die. That would just be horrible,
New Patreon goal: we buy a decommissioned submarine, and we put cats on it, and then just film it.
Fill it with cats.
Yeah.
See,
Who
we don't
wants
even
to
need
go on the
Patreon money for that.
GTT?
They give the cats away for free. You just got to get the submarine and then fill it with the cats.
Yeah.
I feel like cats would freak out if you just put them in water, but if you put them in a vehicle that travels through the water, they'd be cool with it.
Right. See,
David,
that's
you
kind of-
clearly
that's-
don't own cats. Cats are not cool with anything. Cats.
Especially putting a whole bunch of them in an enclosed area together, especially if they
Oh.
don't know each other yet.
God, imagine the smell.
And
Oh,
is
and
anybody
one-
going to
oh,
be there
man,
to feed them or anything? Or
God,
Hang
how much
on.
of the submarine would have to be a cat box?
I
it's
just want to
all
say,
cat box.
I like the fact that it was cats don't like water, but if you put them enclosed away from water, they're okay. And Johnny's immediately like, no, if you put cats in a submarine, they will freak out. He has firsthand knowledge of it.
That's why his family had to sell the boat. They tried to convert it to a submarine and then fill it with cats. Oh God, it's complicated.
Do we want to talk about the game or?
Well, okay, so
Nah.
it's
Okay.
No,
so
I'm sure.
it's a 3DS launch title, and the music, it's Ricky Don't Lose That Number.
What?
I don't think I understand that reference.
That's
The
lost
music
on
was
me.
composed
Steely
by
Dan? Is it Steely Dan?
Oh.
no.
Yeah, that makes sense.
See,
What are we
music
talking
was
about?
composed by Atsuku Asahi and Toro Minigishi.
Damn,
I
they got Toru for this?
I apologize for butchering those names. This was a pretty cool game. It was just, I feel like it was kind of weird and unappreciated in its time, because this was more of like a straight simulation game where you piloted a submarine. I know a lot of people, like, reviews at the time were talking about, like, there's not too much to this game. I wish it had more depth. It's like, well, it's a fucking launch title. Like,
It's also a submarine game. How much depth do you need?
All of it.
womp womp. But I mean, like,
Come on, man.
this was a brand new Nintendo game on a new handheld system, so it wasn't like, hey, play our new Mario or Zelda game, or play our new Pokemon or Kirby game. It was more like, hey, here's a simulation game to pilot a submarine. Like, what?
Mhm.
Just
Now,
like
do
you've
you
always
think the
wanted.
game would have been more well received if the submarine had a face?
And it
like-
talked.
You know,
Like if it had
potentially.
the Mario face, or if it
It's
had the
me,
Kirby
Subby.
face, and then they made it angrier for the North American release.
Yeah,
It
what
was
if
an
it
angry
sounded like
sub.
Rodney Dangerfield?
Ooh, yeah.
Okay, so I like how the
Steely
line of
Dangerfield.
I like how the line of reasoning was like, what if it had like a Mario face or a Kirby face or sounded like Rodney Dangerfield? Because now I'm just imagining that Kirby sounds like Rodney Dangerfield.
I tried to put a car in my mouth.
Hey, ho, hey, I'm sucking up these Waddle Dees. Oh,
See, it's good, John. You're coming around on it, right?
I can't get no death.
All these other games, there's no Mario in this game. It's just a submarine. I
The
tell you, I
sad
get no
thing
respect.
is that this is one of the best impressions that's ever occurred on this show. That's what's so upsetting about it. It's not that it's good or funny. It's that it's one of the best that's ever happened.
I go to release the ballast, and my doctor says something about don't touch your dick, it's gonna fall off. I don't get no death.
No, Johnny, no, you can't. You can't.
You're
rehash
mixing genres here, Johnny. What are you doing?
You sounded more like Andrew Dice Clay that time too.
Whoa!
Hickory dickory dock.
Your submarine sucked my cock.
Episode title.
What?
Yes. You submarine.
Your mom's a submarine, ain't you, Pop?
I just
And I don't mean no sandwich either. Oh.
I'm just thinking about Kirby like, hey ho, it's green. I'm taking my first step, and my old man tried to trip me. Oh,
Hey, look at this tree. He's blowing at me. Eh? Dropping apples on me, I tell you. I get no respect.
It sucks.
but yeah,
I
Steel
go-
Diver.
I go to work the
Swallowing a
other
vending
day.
machine here.
I go to work the other day. My boss says to me, he says, "You're as useful as a screen door on a battleship." I don't get no death. Oh man. Oh wait, son of a bitch! I fucked up the metaphor.
Yes,
I
you
thought
did.
that was on purpose, John.
No.
You really said battleship instead of submarine when we're talking about a game with submarines?
Game 3.
Dive.
All right, guys. So, the New York Times thought that this game's mention of the main character's marine biology degree was a quote nod toward enlightenment for the girls' video game genre. While another book thought the game was a series branching off from the true pink fluff exemplified in other games, and was something of more substance.
Hey, Johnny.
Yeah.
Just so I don't make the same mistake that you and David both made. How long is this last song?
About a minute.
Cool.
All right, guys. Let's see some answers. All right. So John says Wordle, which is incorrect. David says Hello Kitty's Deep Sea Adventure, which is incorrect. And Jay says Barbie, which I'm gonna give it to him. This is a Barbie Ocean Adventure. I'm sorry, Barbie Ocean Discovery. Blech.
Discovered the ocean?
Yes, she makes a lot of new discoveries in the ocean. So this is a Game Boy Color game.
I mean, to be fair, the ocean is not as explored as deep space, so.
That's true.
Yeah.
There's a lot of weird stuff in the ocean. It's wild.
Yeah. You guys ever been in the ocean? It's crazy.
Man, have I?
Sadly, no. I've only been in the Great Lakes.
You hear about this ocean, guys?
Yeah. Yeah, people don't give it no respect.
They tell me there's all these fish in the sea, but I ain't getting no bites.
Okay, that's actually pretty good. So, anyways, this is a Game Boy Color game that's basically it's basically a collection of little mini games. So you have your Barbie and your scuba diving, and you go through 3 areas. There's like a coral reef area, a sunken ship area, and a underground crystal city area. Each area has a couple mini games you play, and you beat them, and you find a sunken treasure or a lost treasure. And at the end of the game, it actually reveals like a whole story behind the game, which I found very interesting. I'm used to games putting the story in the manual or front loading it, but like no, they wait till you beat it. They're like, oh, by the way, here's the story of this treasure. Yeah.
Yeah, because you would ostensibly think that a Barbie game would have no story whatsoever.
No, there's some actual like lore to this. So, basically Barbie finds a piece of a treasure map and decides to go out and try to find the rest of it. And as you do, you find a lost city, Atlanta style, referred to as a crystal city. It looks a lot like C Lab, like 2020, in there. and you find the treasure, and you find a captain's log where he describes that basically the captain found this city and was working on treasure, and then a volcano erupted and sunk the whole city beneath the ocean. And now you found the treasure.
I'm sorry, I'm going to need to go back to that It Looks Like C Lab 2021. Do you mean it looks like 1960s animation, or do you mean it looks like bizarro versions where everybody has a beak and an eye patch?
Well, one, I think you got to rewind the tape, because I'm pretty sure I said C Lab 2020. I did not say 2021, and I did that deliberately. It looks like C Lab 2020.
So
Got him.
I mean,
Okay, did you answer my other question though?
So does it look like 60s animation, John?
Yeah, it looks like a sunken city from the 60s. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it's the appearance of like a weird underwater city,
Yes.
like a pod, city. Not like a underwater castle like you might see in a fish tank, but more like a
lost
modern,
like Lost City of Atlantis, but from the future.
right? Okay, yeah, like a lost science research station underwater.
Yeah.
Fucking wow.
Yeah.
But if it's like a lost city, how is it from the future? Like Lost City implies it's from the past and has been lost to time. Like
I guess
Well, that's all. I mean, it could be from the past, but it could have been lost by a futuristic culture, or in Barbie's universe, they were, exploring the deep seas and building underwater research stations, and met a terrible fate, which seems to be the case in this game.
Well, no, in this game, the captain's log, he says that he found this like lost city and all the residents had
He
fled.
found it. Fuck. Okay. Wow. Never mind. Fuck what I said.
He found the city above water.
I thought she found the captain's city, and was like, wow, fucking what a tragedy, an underwater research facility.
No. So it was an actual city that some sea captain found, and when we got there, it was deserted. And he was trying to find the treasure, and he failed to find the treasure. And then, like, as he was in the process of finding the treasure, a volcano erupted and sunk the entire city.
Where was this volcano relative to the city?
I assume the city must have been built on the volcano or around the volcano. They must have had
that makes sense.
I have a quick
volcano
question.
worshipping,
So
the
this
heat
sea
from the
captain,
vent
like,
would power the city.
Just
this
real
sea
one.
captain found a volcano island with a city on it, and then it erupted and sank the city.
Yes.
So just so we're clear, we're still talking about the Barbie game.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is all explained at the end of the Barbie game when you beat it.
Right. I have a follow-up
Which you
question,
did.
Johnny. Yeah.
I love
what
the idea
fuck
of,
is going on right now?
I love the idea of a Barbie game just being like a cute, innocent undersea platformer, and then when you get to the end of it, it's like, oh, by the way,
Yeah, it's
here
pretty
is
Uncharted game.
like 40 years of extensive lore.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. Seriously, Johnny, what the fuck is happening right now? What is this? What are you doing?
It's a boat game, man. I don't know what else to tell you. Like, there's a boat. I mean, we did not say that the boats had to be seaworthy. Okay, this boat is definitely sunk, but it's still a boat. All right.
Oh, no, that's valid. Sunken ships are still seafaring ships.
I kind of want to go back to the games we've used so far. Is this the first game in the very extensive Barbie franchise that's ever been on Game That Tune?
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say, we need to make sure this hasn't been used before. No, David, it's new. Yeah, this one's never come up until now.
Surprisingly.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure it's never been used before, but I just want to make sure that the franchise hasn't been used before.
Oh, yeah, no, we're opening the floodgates tonight.
Yeah, here it is, baby. We finally cracked the Barbie series.
So one thing that's weird about this game that I found interesting is
one thing
is
hold the fuck up.
Yeah.
The Barbie
and now
game
we get to the weird part.
So the game was
Barbie game about the lost sunken city. Here's the weird part.
So well, because it originally came out in 1997 for the PC, and then got 2 years later on the Game Boy Color, and they still seem to. It feels PC like. When you start the game, it says, "Oh, when you see these icons, click on them to play a mini game," and you're like, "Wait." And then when you pause in menus, like you have a mouse cursor and you move your mouse cursor, and it's not just like lazy console. You just hit left, right, and the mouse cursor jumps around. Like, no, you actually have to hold down the button and move the cursor to the thing you want to click. And I'm like, why? Why did you do that? Why didn't you just make it like every other console, like menu system, where you just hit left, right, and pop, 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 and choose your things real quick?
Yeah. Guys that programmed the Barbie game from 1999, why'd you do that?
I guess they want to make it feel PC-like. And then the other thing I found interesting, too...
If any console was trying to emulate the PC, it was the Game Boy Color.
Well, I mean, now, a fair question.
Now with Windows.
does that come up in the gameplay at all? Is there ever a thing where like you're in a scene and you have to move a little mouse icon and like click on things to investigate them?
Not to investigate them, no, but yet there is a mini game with a mouse pointer in it.
All right, so there's your answer, you fucking whiner. You want to whine about the Barbie game using a mouse cursor? Come on, man.
And then
There's always a reason.
And then the final mini game is a mini game where you play as a dolphin, and it looks just straight up like Echo the Dolphin. Like the way the dolphin animates and the way it moves, it's like these guys clearly played Echo. Like it's basically Echo the
racist.
Dolphin.
You telling me that all dolphins look alike?
So the final mini game is clearly Echo the Dolphin. So in the Barbie game with the volcano sunken island civilization, suddenly you play as a dolphin with aliens?
No,
and yet time travel. It all ties in, Johnny.
God, I wish they integrated all the Echo lore with all the aliens and time travel into this. Oh my god!
It's actually an Echo the Dolphin sequel all along. We knew it. All makes sense.
Yeah.
The only thing that doesn't make sense again is, Johnny, how the fuck did you land on this? What is going on here? Why did you choose a Barbie game for Game Boy Color? What is happening?
I can't explain my methods.
This isn't part of your canon.
To be fair, the Barbie series gets fucking wild.
Really?
This doesn't even strike me as like your sister's canon. Like, I knew you when you owned a Game Boy Color, and I don't think she had any interest in video games, as I recall it. So I'm terribly confused as to how this is here.
Oh, that's a bold claim, John, because you never knew me when I owned a Game Boy Color, because I never owned a Game Boy Color. I only owned the original Game Boy.
That's what I'm talking about. So, like, I knew you in the Game Boy Color's lifespan.
That's what I was gonna say. It's like you never owned me when I owned a Game Boy Color. Like, wait, what?
Well played. Yeah. Well, that's not helping any of this make sense, but whatever. I guess it's a lost cause. Johnny, what a pick, man! Wow, I never knew we would have so much to say about Barbie or her ocean discovery. So which of the oceans did she end up discovering?
They don't say. I just kind of assumed the Pacific.
How many oceans are there, John?
4.
4?
Right? Is it 4? Atlantic.
Johnny.
Atlantic,
wait,
Pacific,
no.
Arctic,
Nobody
Indian.
help
yeah,
him.
It's 4.
Yep, nobody correct him.
No, it's all of them. There's 4. There's more like seas, but no, there's 4 oceans. Yes, I'm very sure. God, I hope I'm not wrong.
Hey, John. Don't Google it to find out if you're wrong. Johnny says there's 4.
I'm not Googling it. I'm pretty sure there's 4.
4 oceans, if you say so.
Mm-hmm. Geez, you're no fucking Barbie with her degree. Didn't get a degree in counting oceans, I see.
No, Johnny. I see you typing. Don't Google this.
Yeah. Ignore Tasty. He didn't give the right answer in the chat.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 4.
Ocean. Is that a new ocean?
No, it's just what they've renamed the ocean surrounding Antarctica. It's the Southern Ocean, guys.
Huh.
That's weird.
So.
The Southern Ocean. It's related to the Southern Cross. It's a nautical thing.
I mean, things change, right? When I was growing up, there were 9 planets. Now there's 8. When I was growing up, there's 4 oceans.
I
Maybe
thought
it's not 4 anymore, and I just don't know.
I thought they reinstated Pluto.
Just like they did it the same year they reinstated the Southern Ocean.
You guys are back.
Yeah.
We made relegation.
Removing the Southern Ocean, removing Pluto as a planet, like, fine, whatever. But as soon as they said, Triceratops is actually Torosaurus, it's like, whoa. Hold the fuck up.
Fuck, if there always
Only
been 5?
David knows what he's talking about right now. It's okay.
Have there always been
Yeah.
5 oceans? Oh
Yeah, there
God.
was a
Oh
point
my
where
God.
Triceratops was called like a juvenile version of Torosaurus. So it's like, no. Don't remove Triceratops. Don't take that from me.
It's a great word. Great name.
This Triceratops erasure is very sickening.
David, if you take away Triceratops, it really ruins David's Tricerabottom tattoo that he's got on his back. You gotta leave that name in place. And Johnny,
You laugh and
excellent
make
pick.
jokes, but I take 3 there.
Exactly.
He's like a bowling ball.
Game 4.
right, guys. So this game's publisher ran a contest to find a new character for the multiplayer part of this game, combining 6 finalists from America with 10 finalists from Europe. A judging panel auditioned these finalists in March of 2012, 4 months after this game's initial release. How you guys feeling?
Awful.
I am feeling great about my answer.
I feel pretty good.
Would it help if I colored in one more detail of that trivia?
Yes.
I
Go for
won't
it.
change my answer, but
Okay, cool. The panel that judged the competition for the new multiplayer character included some people named Amy Hennig, Justin Richmond, Emily Rose, and Nolan North.
oh wow, I've heard of this
Mm.
people.
But you said that this thing happened after the game came out.
Yeah, Johnny, they can patch games.
Oh, they can. Yes.
Yeah. Wowee. David has drawn what appears to be a very seafaring penis, possibly like a Viking warship with a pirate captain yelling "Avast." Sadly incorrect. Jesse says, "Who's nailing Palin 64?"
God, I need
sadly-
to catch up on the other 63.
Sadly incorrect. And Johnny has the correct answer. This is Uncharted 3.
That explains why it sounded familiar.
Yeah, of course. Uncharted 3, Drake's Deception for the PS3. What a game. The Uncharted series. I know it's one of your favorite series there, Johnny.
Oh yeah, I just saw that movie that came out. They had
Did
the,
you actually see it?
No, I saw.
Oh, come on, Johnny. That would be so you to fucking ignore so many good movies and then go see the fucking Tom Holland Uncharted movie.
I was like, let's go see Uncharted. And my wife was like, let's go see Jackass Forever. I'm like, that's probably the better choice, and it was.
Right, yeah,
I've not seen Uncharted, but I'm gonna guess that
points.
I've not seen Uncharted, but I'm gonna guess that Jackass Forever was the right choice.
Are there any
here's the
boats
thing.
in Jackass Forever?
Are there any boats? No, I don't.
You
No.
saw the movie and you don't know.
Well,
I mean, it's a series of vignettes, David. It's
Yeah.
not really the kind of thing that nothing jumps out at you. Like, they shoot Johnny Knoxville out of a cannon into some water. I mean, there's like the guys in boats filming that, but like, there's not really boat stunts in Jackass.
No.
It's more, a
lot of
penis
penis
flattening stunts and whatnot. Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of penises. It would, which is a lot like Uncharted. Uncharted 3 features maybe the flattest penis I've ever seen in a video game, just like Jackass Forever.
The one
No,
thing
that's just a Jackass thing.
I'm sorry. I just have to bring this up.
It's Jackass that has the flat penis. Uncharted's an action game. I'm getting the two mixed up.
I just have to bring this up,
but
and
yeah.
then we can quickly move on. The one thing I know about Jackass Forever, and my favorite bit is the snake
penis.
part, where it's like, oh, this is a Texas rat snake. Is it poisonous?
Yeah, the animal handlers in Jackass Forever are fantastic.
Yeah.
The Wild Boys?
Not the Wild Boys, the people that actually keep the Wild Boys from dying. Very entertaining people.
That was
Yeah.
fun watching with Danielle. 'Cause she's just like, that's not venomous. She's like, that's not venomous.
I mean, yeah, well, great. That's why I would never want to be married to a snake charmer.
But I
'cause
feel
she
like-
would fucking.
I feel like that did make
spoil
it
the
funnier
gags.
though. That made it funnier though, seeing the people
Yeah.
freak out and knowing like that snake's fine. like that,
Yes, exactly. I mean, and last Jackass sidebar towards the end where they've got the guy strapped up and they let the bear into the room. That was one of my favorite. Just like the
What?
subtle moment of the bear handler.
Oh, I
So
can't
they
wait
cover
to
the
see
guy and they tell. It's an elaborate setup. Okay, here's the setup. I'm going to try and get through this as fast as possible. So don't fucking interrupt me.
And pretend it's on a
They
boat.
strap the guy into a chair and tell him he's going to be taking a lie detector test with a shock collar on. They're going to shock him every time he lies. But then they do a double swerve where they fucking dump honey all over him, cover him in salmon, and let a bear into the room instead. And so the bear comes in and it's like, kind of eating the salmon, and then it like kind of like, gnaws on his finger a little bit, and it literally starts to like kind of bite around his penis area.
Oh
And
no!
it cuts to a shot outside the room of like the handler watching the little TV. He goes, I have to go in. And like he fucking gets through the door and immediately like, collars the bear and leads it away. But it's like the handler's like, he's gonna bite that guy's dick off. I should go in right now. Like, so they had experts on set and were prepared to not let anybody get their penis eaten by a bear. Great movie.
This is my one sentence sidebar. Danielle's laughing harder than anybody else in the theater, and I was like, God, you're laughing harder than anyone else there. She's like, well, I was the only girl there. Like, they're beating up all these penises. Of course I'm gonna laugh harder than all the guys.
I mean,
That's fair.
Yeah. I don't know. I laughed pretty hard. It wasn't my penis getting beat up. That shit's
Yeah.
hilarious.
I love watching a good
Anyway.
dick get punched.
Yeah,
Uncharted.
Yeah. So Uncharted, notably less penises than any Jackass thing ever. Just kind of a fun action game, you guys. Jesse, you played some Uncharted games, right?
Yeah, I played the first three. They're really good games. I enjoy the
Yeah,
hell
they're
out of
dope.
them.
Do you
just-
remember the big set pieces from Uncharted 3?
Well, there was the bear that almost ate the guy's penis.
There's that part where Nate
No,
gets
wait.
his penis eaten by a
Trying to
bear.
think. Is this the one where with the plane and
It
you
does
fall
have a
out of the
plane,
back
yeah.
of it, and then like you're in the
Um,
desert?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, this one. And then you're like, there's a rooftop area in like this small city.
Yeah, some kind of bizarre.
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
It's all about
This-
Nate and Sully's relationship and shit. I don't know, but
Yeah.
what's important in the Uncharted series. I mean, I know it's these games are fucking just giant like, action movies, and the story is important, but the story is secondary to just kind of the playing of the action and like the playing of an action movie. So like,
And no one points out how many people that he kills.
that's
Like,
the whole thing.
Drake
Seriously,
kills so many fucking people.
I feel like the Indiana Jones movies would be kind of ruined if there was as much of a like bullet riddled body count as these games have. Like, it's crazy. This, like, it's an Indiana Jones inspired game. It's like, I killed hundreds of people and I didn't even get the artifact that we were after. Like
what, maybe Indy kills like 10 people?
And usually, like, in the big kill that I'm thinking of in like Gators, the guy kills himself out of carelessness when the plane hits him, and then the Nazis kill themselves by opening the Ark.
Yeah, and they're Nazis, so that doesn't count anyway.
I was going to say, I seem to remember Indiana Jones killing a lot of Nazis, whereas I feel like Nathan Drake's kills a lot of like
drug cartel people.
What's the best way to phrase this?
Mercenaries.
Gorillas.
Indigenous people of color?
Well,
yes.
Are they indigenous? Some of them are.
I mean, it's kind of implied that they're not always indigenous because they're mercenaries. It's people treasure hunting. People are going after treasure, rival companies, and some guys are more ruthless than others. However, it's like, well, Nathan Drake kills all those guys. It's like, oh no, those guys are all shooting at him. It's like, yeah, but he kills all of them. Like, in the canon of the series where you complete, the quest and find the thing, Nathan Drake kills a lot of mercenaries. And I mean, Nathan Drake, he kind of a mercenary himself. So, they don't really go into the whole gray area very much in the series of whether or not you're actually a good guy. It's like, treasure hunting is a noble pursuit, but I guess the game's message is not if you're being paid by a bad guy to do it. So, I don't know. Point is, don't think about how many fucking brown people Nathan Drake kills. Think about all these cool action set pieces where you get to do cool shit like you would see in a fucking high budget action movie. I mean, like, this movie's got the plane crash where you're flying out of the back and you have to like, skydive a little bit and grab onto a cargo container and then like float into the desert. It's got the whole wandering in the desert thing, which is, really cool and kind of stands in stark contrast to the rest of the action-packed and typically wet Uncharted series. I mean, like, that's the thing. This is one of the driest Uncharted games out of all of them. You're wandering through the desert, for God's sake. You're looking for a place called Atlantis of the Sand, which sounds terrible to me. But then you also got you got that dope ass set piece on the ship, like the cruise ship. Do you remember that shit, Jesse? That's kind of.
Yeah.
It's funny because it's like, oh man, that's like such a big part of the game. It's like, in reality, it's like 10 minutes of the game, but it's fucking cool. Like, you're looking for some info, you're on the cruise ship, the bad guy shows up, he twirls his mustache, the ship starts sinking, water's rising, you're shooting brown people.
Whoa!
And you gotta escape. It's Uncharted. What?
Yeah, that's America.
I literally said that already this segment. But yeah, and the ship starts going all topsy-turvy. You're having to like do the Nathan Drake traversal thing. You're climbing up the fucking like the walls of the hallways as the ship's sinking and like doors are falling open and you're falling through fucking chambers as they're filling with water and shit. Eventually you're in like the grand hall and some fucking guy breaks the giant window, so you got to escape like a giant tidal wave and jump out of the side of the ship. I mean, it's dope, man. It's just super cool action shit. It's what these games are for, man. I don't know. It's cool. I'm trying to think of the other stuff that like is more. I guess the stuff I think of is also from like not Uncharted 3. It's from like Uncharted 2. I think Uncharted 2 was like the most action packed one. It's the one where you literally begin the game like dangling over a cliff in a wrecked vehicle, and this one there's. It's like a burning building escape. This one, it's just really cool and like not as action packed as like the previous game, but the action's all more impressive. It's what you would expect from a third entry in a series. It's it's the last crusade to this game's Raiders and Temple of Doom. Temple of Doom being, of course, the best Indiana Jones movie and the most action packed, and then being followed up by Raiders, which is less action packed but also fantastic. See, yeah, I'm saying these things just to try and get David to re-engage here. David, you got a problem with Temple of Doom?
I severely question the verisimilitude of that statement. Like, no, Temple is by far the weakest of the Indiana Jones series, and I'm including Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
Wow.
Whoa.
You heard me.
Hot take.
Damn. That truly is a hot take.
Not one of our
we don't get many non-sarcastic hot takes around here. That one sounded authentic.
Wow,
That's fucking crazy.
I don't really have anything to say without segueing back to the Uncharted movie.
Don't at him.
David, did you go see the Uncharted movie?
No, but here's the thing. Like,
of course not.
Do you see
Tom
Jackass
Holland-
Forever instead, like I did?
Tom Holland is a good actor. Like, he's fine as an action lead, but we spent like
He's a cute
many
little boy.
years looking at him portraying a high school kid, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, here he is as Nathan Drake. Like, no, shouldn't we get somebody who looks older? Like,
Yeah.
shouldn't
It's
Nathan
weird,
Drake like not be a high schooler?
Now,
Yeah.
is the Uncharted movie better than Temple of Doom, David?
I have not seen the
But
Uncharted
still,
movie,
based on the trailers.
but yes.
Okay, yeah. So the pros in the favor of Temple of Doom. Harrison Ford.
Well, yeah.
And then
Harrison Ford, Dan Aykroyd.
Dan Aykroyd's the Temple of Doom?
If I remember correctly, Dan Aykroyd plays like a
Kalima.
no, he plays like an airport attendant in Temple of Doom.
Oh.
Maybe that's Raiders of the Lost Ark, and I'm incorrect. But I know for a fact that Dan Aykroyd appears in an Indiana Jones movie. This is a real thing. You can look it up. And I think it's in Temple of Doom.
It must be Temple. Yeah.
But
The kids
yeah,
in the Goonies?
I don't know. Like, when I think of Indiana Jones, I think of like the relics that he collects, and you've got the Ark of the Covenant, the Holy Grail, and then I don't know, those round rock things from the temple. Like, what? Like,
Remember when they ate monkey
plus
brains?
people eat monkey brains in those movies.
Mhm.
Short Round, not my favorite character in the series. Like,
I hear
Okay,
you.
David, hold on. David.
Temple of Doom has Harrison Ford. It's got the minecart level. It's got the alligators, and that's about what it's
about
got.
dude pulls freaking heart out of a dude's chest?
David, what about the Indiana Jones stunt show at MGM Studios? Where does that rank in the Indiana Jones canon?
Big question.
I mean, I'm going to be honest, that's up there on the list just because it combines all the best parts of Indiana Jones.
It's a knockout package.
Last time we went, I got to be an extra. It was so cool.
That's fucking awesome.
Wow. Now, what happened last time you played Uncharted? Did you get to be an extra in the game?
No, I did beat it, but it's been so long since I played it, I forgot.
Did you audition in front of Nolan North to be added to the multiplayer?
No, when he played Uncharted, he got to be the main character, so he got to shoot all the brown people.
Exactly.
No, quit saying that.
Why?
How absurd!
It's absurdly offensive to highlight how absurdly offensive these games are. Like, fun games, great games, action packed, done on a scale that so few games do. They have a brown people killing problem, plain and simple. It's just, they have to have found it's, it's almost so bad that when I played The Last of Us, I was confused because it's the same developer, it's Naughty Dog, and I'm like, I don't feel like I'm killing enough stuff in this game. I'm kind of sneaking around the combat. It doesn't feel right. And it's like, yeah, actually, no, you should be sneaking around the combat in the case of, the apocalypse and super hearing sensitive zombies and all kinds of crazy shit. But like my brain was like, these guys get Uncharted. Like, where's my gun? Why am I not killing everything in sight right now? Like, I should be able to take cover and shoot my way out of this mess, hit them with a quip, collect a little gold trinket of some kind, and move on. What, David?
I just want to go back. You were talking about shooting zombies. This is the Indiana Jones pastiche, right? Why are there zombies?
Well, I moved.
No, Last
I'm
of Us.
I'm equating Uncharted and The Last of Us. Being
Oh,
from the
okay.
same developer.
That makes much more
Right.
sense.
Not a lot of zombies in the Uncharted games, though. I think at some point there are super powered ancient people in one of the games.
Yeah, there's some weird ancient things.
Yeah, you find Shambhala and it's full of super powered brown people.
There's also at one point you fight Yetis. I think that's in 2.
Okay, fighting
maybe
Yeti
that's
sounds
it. Maybe
cool.
Okay, maybe it was Yetis. Maybe they weren't even people. I hope that's the case.
Maybe you're confusing Uncharted 3 with the Mummy 3.
There's also these weird ape monsters that chase you at one point.
Yeah, those would be Yetis, Jesse.
Right.
No. There were Yetis and then these other things that were the Yetis looked way different in this game. They were real big and had big giant arms. And the
it's
ape
very Congo.
things. Yeah. The ape things were more
oh god, Congo.
It was this weird demon ape things. And there was a whole bunch of them.
That sounds like a dream I had once.
Again, giant demon apes. I feel like you're talking about Yetis.
You're talking about the inside of Johnny's head. Is what you're talking about.
I guess
giant demon apes.
Somebody took Johnny's weirdest dream ever and turned it into a game.
Yeah.
Uncharted. Johnny as Nathan Drake.
Yes.
God, yeah. The games, they're great. I feel like they're very of a time. I feel like by the time Uncharted 4 rolled around, I wasn't as into what they were putting out there. I feel like this was the perfect PS3 series. You want to show off the big graphics. You want to do a production more like a movie presentation with moving faces and great voice acting, something better than you were going to get on a previous console. And now people have moved on to wanting games that are more replayable, maybe even more like games, fucking treadmill type games as a service. You just want to play fucking Fortnite over and over and over again. And so I'm wondering, are we going to see something else like Uncharted again? What's the next step for Naughty Dog? Are they going to, do another Uncharted game? Or is there a series that needs to get the Uncharted treatment where it goes to just a big story-driven, singular, tight 15 hours action focus? No multiplayer focus to, really speak of. Is that the kind of game that's going to get made anymore?
No, those are dead.
No.
Actually, the new Guardians of the Galaxy is a lot like that.
True. Okay. Yeah. Somebody's got to still make games like that.
So
I'm sure there is a market. That's the thing. I'm literally I was almost asking for suggestions. I'm somebody tell me another game like this. I didn't like Uncharted 4. Please tell me they still make big budget action games that aren't multiplayer online. But I hope they I like these games. I hope they I don't know still have a market going forward.
This series was basically just video game.
Yes.
It's just
it's movie ass video game is what it was.
That too.
It's let's try to make everybody's always debating about games as art. Naughty Dog was what about games as the movies? How about we fucking do that? Yeah. And it's the kind of thing that Kojima would do, but it would be nonsense.
God,
I can make a game that's mostly
the next
movie.
Uncharted game.
God, seriously, that's the next step. Kojima and the Uncharted boys get together and put together something fucking outrageous. I'd love to see it. Nathan Drake just traversing some dead world, delivering packages.
It's called Death Stranding.
Maybe played by Tom Holland. Mark Wahlberg's there for some reason. Mads Mikkelsen, of course. God, Mads Mikkelsen as Nathan Drake would be a pretty good pull. I would like to play that game. But yeah, anyway, this game has a big sick ass set piece on a boat. It's good. All the Uncharted games are pretty good. I would like to see more games like the Uncharted games and more games less like the Uncharted games. Again, I got burned out on this series by the fourth one. So, let's reboot the Uncharted series.
Just one game.
Yeah. PS5 reboot, full Uncharted series. However, How about this? Here's your challenge, Naughty Dog. Fix the brown people killing problem. Find a way to make these games more like stealth-based and adventure-based and less shooting infinite hordes of fucking mercenaries.
Unless they're Nazis.
Just do some
I was
palette
gonna say,
swaps.
just
You're
make
fine.
them
And
Nazis.
see, there's the ultimate solution, Jesse. Just make them fucking Nazis. Like,
Yeah.
Good
There
God,
is
it's
nothing wrong
that
with
hard.
shooting Nazis.
Every game should be Wolfenstein.
Instead
from
of having
now
them just
on.
be some people from some various third world countries who are pursuing a fucking treasure for a big payday, you got to assume those men have families.
Yeah.
And, they're just all killed by Nathan Drake. Nathan Drake leaving just broken families in his wake. Make them Nazis. It's not that hard. So, yes, I guess this is the episode where I say more games with Nazis.
Yeah. Wait. Oh no.
Game
Don't-
5.
But you have to be able to kill them. You got to be able to kill more Nazis.
Oh, are we at the trivia part?
Yes.
Oh,
Okay, so multiple fans and reviewers have complained about the difficulty of this game. However, according to Game Over by David Sheff, the NES version has still sold over 2 million copies. All right. Well, while you guys write your answers, I do want to give a special thanks. This is our fan request for the evening. That fan request came from our Discord channel from the Baffler. So thank you very much, the Baffler, for giving us this request. Gentlemen, let's see some answers. Oh, baby, that's a hat trick. This is Top Gun for the NES.
David, did you want to request permission to do a flyby?
I don't know if that came in the audio version, but I clicked my teeth, Iceman style.
Oh, make sure it comes through.
Okay. So yeah, this is Top Gun for the NES. Fuck this game.
Okay, good. I'm glad that you let off that way. I'm like, David, I hate to rain on the request parade here, but nah, fuck this game, man.
You know, there are a lot of NES games. Many of them licensed. I don't want to say all of them, but many of them licensed, where, you know, when you were looking at the Blockbuster or the Albertsons, you were looking to rent a game and you're like, oh, fuck yeah, I like that thing. I want to play the video game version. And then you took it home and you realized, oh, wow, this is fucking horrible.
You know, I don't remember how horrible it was in the early going of like shooting things, because that shit just makes sense to me. It's a Top Gun game. You're flying a plane, shooting missiles, shooting other planes, blowing them up. Makes perfect sense. Honestly, a fantastic movie tie-in game idea. Top Gun.
The shooting and stuff, the dogfighting was fairly competent.
Yes.
It's just then you had to do like one of two things that were the most infuriating things in all of video game. You either had to, one, land the plane on an aircraft carrier, which that was almost impossible. And then even worse, you had to refuel in the sky. And like if you didn't, the fuel plane was just like, well, sorry, guy, I'm just going to leave you. And then you just fail the mission because you fucking crash. It's stupid.
You know, everybody talks about landing on the aircraft carrier, which I will say is impossible. But if you can somehow get past that, when it comes to the refueling, that somehow is more difficult than landing on the aircraft carrier.
Worse than impossible, but coincidentally.
Guys, have you ever landed a fighter jet on an aircraft carrier? It's really not easy.
I mean, I can safely say, no, I haven't.
I can safely say I have done that multiple times. Playing Top Gun on the NES, never done it once.
Right, exactly. Yeah, David actually, he was kicked out of the Air Force, but he at least could land the goddamn plane.
The phrase is.
He was too good at landing the plane, and they kicked him out.
David, what was your call sign when you were in Top Gun?
Cocky, I believe.
What? You kept weighing the planes down.
That's why I was honorably discharged.
Yeah, you didn't need the
fucking take off.
Didn't need the special hook once you hit the aircraft carrier. It just snagged your penis.
How are you so good at landing these planes? Well, I'm used to compensating for the additional weight and air drag.
So seriously, did any of us successfully land the plane on the aircraft carrier?
Not once.
I feel like I might have done it once, but it was probably like a weird luck thing, and I never recreated that situation.
Yeah.
If anything.
My brother and I rented this more than once. We might have owned it because it was like one of those things. Like, well, I have memories of trying that numerous times. And just, it wasn't the days when you could like, what do you call the Nintendo helpline and say as a fucking 6-year-old? Like, I don't know how to land the plane on the aircraft carrier. Like, they can't coach you through that. All they ever said was like, hey, just keep at it, pal. Like,
get good, kid.
They helped me find like, potions and shit in Zelda 2. They didn't fucking tell you how to actually control the game.
God, imagine spending $1.99 a minute for them to just keep saying, like, just keep at it.
You're doing fine, son.
Imagine,
Right.
imagine you're in a plane and like the pilot gets unconscious, and you call the Nintendo helpline to try to tell them to help you land the real plane that you're in.
Yeah.
I was going to say, John, to answer your question, I've done it once, and I remember that vividly.
Wow.
Because then the next level, you have to refuel the plane, and I couldn't do that. And I was like, oh, what the fuck?
Yep.
No,
Game
that's
over.
it. I'm
now
done.
we can't get back to
done.
that. Yeah, it's over. Yeah, it's like that's the whole thing. I mean, the old. I mean, I know this means nothing to you squalid lot because you don't have older brothers, but like it used to be like you hand the controller off to your older brother to get you out of a pickle. He couldn't do it either. It was like,
hey, Dad. Oh no, I can't do it.
Help,
Grandpa. No,
anybody.
Uncle.
Hey, Ross. Oh, fuck you,
Uncle who works at Nintendo. Help me out.
Exactly.
Tom Cruise.
Just keep at it, kid.
Val Kilmer.
Yeah, exactly. Val Kilmer, can you help me? No, I can't help you.
Oh, no. Oh, too soon.
He's still alive. I watched this fucking documentary. I love Val Kilmer.
Val Kilmer, can you help me? I'm Batman.
Does it involve ice skating? No, I can't help. I'm sorry.
I do have a credit card.
Yeah,
no, that was Clooney.
That was Clooney.
Yeah.
Wrong Batman.
Yeah.
Oh!
I was going to say, one of the reasons that I wanted to play this as a fan request is because
Who's the screen
One.
door on a battleship now?
Okay, yeah, we're gonna have to run a poll. Who did worse, Johnny's screen door on a battleship or Jesse referencing George Clooney's Batman? Oh, neither is good.
So I wanted to pick this as our fan request because I thought we could have a good laugh about how horrible this game was. And also because there were certain things that I wanted to bring up. I mean, we can talk about Top Gun. It's a great movie. But one thing in particular, if anybody is familiar with like YouTube personalities, there's Maximilian Dude, who is a fighting game YouTuber. If you go onto his YouTube page, like the very first video that pops up and starts playing is like him with his friends playing various games. And it's a clip of him playing Top Gun and actually landing on the fucking aircraft carrier, and everybody just pops off. Like, you've got 4 grown men cheering and screaming because of a fucking NES game.
Yeah, I mean, it took their breath away.
Oh God.
My man. Yeah.
Man, but
Hit
jokes
the,
like
hit
that,
the take my
you're
breath
on a,
away sound on the soundboard.
jokes like that, you're on a highway.
Oh,
The danger
God.
zone.
So yeah, David, did you in preparing for the show, did you listen to the full soundtrack? I don't recall the soundtrack for this having was it all renditions of Top Gun soundtrack songs?
No, it was mostly original music.
Damn.
And being an NES game, most of it was like 7-second loops.
Yeah, because
but
it's
it
like
was
like a fucking dogfighting game. You don't really want I don't know, long music, I guess. I don't know.
But it was the title music that was the last song that was kind of the giveaway, because that was the like, oh
Take my
yeah,
breath away.
Top Gun.
Yeah. No Danger Zone.
I'm gonna have to go
wish.
back and listen to the soundtrack, but I don't believe Danger Zone was in there, which is a huge missed opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, like the
That sounds
fucking
good.
soundtrack is just like littered with Loggins bops, and it's like at the very least. I mean, I guess it wouldn't matter because we ultimately wouldn't be able to get past the fucking second level and hear the other songs. But like at the very least, there needed to be the promise of more Loggins bops. Like it just.
I mean,
That's how you keep the kids renting it. Like, hey guys, if you're gonna get past the refueling, you're gonna hear some logins.
yeah,
Eddie
once
Loggins.
once you refuel the plane, you're
He's
gonna
the
get
final
Footloose.
boss.
It's gonna be great. Yeah. What? That's not even the right song. Just keep listening, kids. Rent the game again.
I mean,
No,
take my
you're
breath
free.
away.
Heaven helps the man.
Take my breath away. Clearly my favorite Jessica Simpson song.
Oh, God. Just, So, and I mean, that's the other question. So it's a Top Gun game. Like, after
There's no
there,
volleyball scene.
There really should have been a fucking
that was literally
volleyball
my
mini
question.
game.
Like, do you eventually get to settle down, hit the ground, throw on your jeans, and play some beach volleyball?
No, you just crash into the
no.
ocean.
There's
God.
the first stage where you're shooting at jets. There's the second stage where you're shooting at jets, and then no one got past that.
Yeah.
So no playing
Like,
with the
so
boys.
Even if there was playing with the boys, you wouldn't get to that part ever. Ever.
I mean, see,
And
that's the next promise. Not even the promise of a MIDI, like an NES version of playing with the boys, but a promise of eventually a volleyball level. Like,
And that was
surely they would have included that.
That was one of the weird things, because in the first level, you can choose your missiles, and it's like,
Yeah, Sidewinders, baby.
well, you can choose, it's like 40 weak missiles, and then I think like 25 medium missiles and like 15 super strong missiles. But the thing is, all of the enemy planes go down in one shot. So, like, why would you not want the most missiles? Like, it doesn't matter what you choose.
It's a pride thing, David. You want to, either take them down with the smallest number of missiles possible, or you want to blow them up as much as possible. Big explosions.
Maybe having less missiles makes it easier to land the plane on the aircraft carrier because you have less weight.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe if you had used up more of the missiles, you'd be able to land the plane. Did you ever consider that, David?
Well, see, the thing is,
Maybe if you shot the aircraft carrier with the giant missiles, you wouldn't have to land on the aircraft carrier, and you could go straight through to the refueling section.
Well, see, the thing is, I always had trouble landing on the plane because I always had additional weight due to my penis.
Right. Again, but you're conflating your career in the Air Force with the video game Top Gun. And
well,
they were very similar.
Right. Remarkably similar things. But they didn't program that stuff in, to
they
the
called your
the video
penis
game.
Goose.
Exactly. God, I'm so sorry that your penis died that day.
The NES didn't have enough memory, David, to handle your penis. It could not properly render it.
Your fucking penis's ejector seat didn't deploy properly.
They called my penis Goose because it angrily honks at people.
Pushes
God,
people all over the place.
Honk. That'd be wild.
Now, okay, here's a big question. Johnny, you ever seen Top Gun?
No.
No, of course not. Why would you have?
Nah.
I was going to
It's
say,
a formative movie for so many people, and of course you haven't seen it.
It's past time we've done a movie commentary, and it's your turn, John. Like, when are you going to put a poll on?
Don't tempt me, baby. We can do it anytime. Maybe not this week. Maybe maybe in a couple of weeks. But yeah,
no, not this week.
Man. No, not this week at all. Top Gun, though. That's a candidate.
I'll put it on the list.
It's not even like one of my favorite action movies. It's barely an action movie, to be honest. Like, you forget that Top Gun is about people doing war games. Like, it's about guys learning to fly planes, and then just by coincidence, they end up actually having to shoot some guys or whatever.
Yeah, sounds like Green Lantern.
Or whatever.
Right. I mean, again, been a while since I've seen it. You know what I remember from it? The dating and the volleyball and the names and Val Kilmer doing that teeth thing. Not so much the action. But yeah, man, it's a fantastic movie and a fucking terrible NES game. And like it's gotta be one of those universal things. I mean, like, the fucking aircraft carrier or the refueling, it's on par with the turbo tunnel in terms of like ubiquity of guys our age being fucking furious about it.
Nobody did it. And if they did if they did do it, they're lying.
Oh.
Yeah. Like when you said you did it earlier. Like,
yeah, that's true.
I love you, David. I was gonna say I love you, but no offense, I don't fucking believe you whatsoever.
David, I believe that maybe you dreamt that you did it, but no, I do not believe for a second that
I
in real
think
life
you
actually
think you
did
it once.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't do it.
Yeah,
I'm living
I
a
believe
lie.
that maybe
I
one
just wanted
time
to see special.
We've been calling you fucking Maverick for so long.
I would have an easier time believing you did like a bunch of ayahuasca and believed you did it than believing that you actually did it.
Now the real question is, have you been calling me Maverick or Mavadick?
Well, I mean, you hear what you want to hear, David. It's your reality, baby. But, I do support Johnny's idea of all of us getting together, doing some ayahuasca and playing NES games.
Specifically
horrifying.
Top Gun in the Turbo Tunnel.
That's what I'm saying. I think, guys, we gotta get our ayahuasca on and fucking play all the games that we just couldn't get through as kids. We gotta fucking sit down and beat Ninja Gaiden. We gotta fucking do Top Gun. We gotta do the Turbo Tunnel. Yeah, and many more. There's a lot that needs to be corrected once we're on ayahuasca.
I feel like ayahuasca is the type of thing that you don't want to introduce anything very stressful while you're using it. And I feel like Top Gun is very stressful, especially, and Turbo Tunnel is very stressful. So maybe some non-stressful games.
Well, those don't exist for the NES.
You do the drugs, you just stare at the cartridge, all right? And that's all you need. You don't have to actually do the game.
Yeah, and then when you awake, you think that you've beaten the fucking the aircraft carrier.
I landed it.
Yeah, I did it, guys.
I was the aircraft carrier.
You just
Goose lived.
You had sex with Johnny, David. That wasn't landing on the aircraft carrier.
Oh no, that's what we call that.
Yeah, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I landed right inside his aircraft carrier.
Yeah, talk about getting goosed. Jeez Louise. Fucking Johnny.
That's when you come on his balls.
I gotta be honest.
Calculating computer activated. Computers. Beeps.
Hey, I'm fucking this guy here. I get no respect.
Scoring complete.
I don't get no respect.
This game's winner is... Jesse Moore.
Hell yeah, motherfucker.
Yes.
Jesse, you get all the respect.
Cool.
For winning tonight's episode. Dramatic pause. Man, yeah, a fantastic performance, Jesse. You're just, clearly the most seafaring man amongst us. You put a boat on the water every weekend, and it shows, man. You've been on the real sea. You've been deep in the ocean. You've been deep in these, ocean-bound games. So, congratulations. Great win.
Yeah. David knows. Jesse knows how to handle seamen.
Mm-hmm.
No, no, sir, I don't like it. That joke, not semen.
Johnny,
I'm fine with semen.
Why did it take you the entire episode to make a semen joke?
Why did it take all of us the entire episode? And why are
you the way that you are? Why did you think that this was the appropriate time? Why did you think that as I was about to ask Jesse for this week's episode, you thought this was the right time to make I would say in poor taste, joke about Jesse liking semen?
You know what else is in poor taste?
Not even that he likes semen. You said he knows how to handle semen.
Pineapple.
What's the joke, John? Are you saying that most people don't know how to handle semen?
Oh,
how do you handle your semen? Yeah, exactly. It's just, oh my goodness.
Everywhere.
You juggle.
Wow.
What do I do?
So slippery.
Oh God, I slipped in it again.
God, what a terrible clown that would be. Birthday party clown starts juggling semen.
What? See, for a second I thought you said what a terrible cloud, and I just imagined like a rain cloud of semen.
Oh God.
Right. Or Cloud Strife. He's just really upset about semen.
His Buster Sword is just a giant sperm.
Fucking hate semen. So anyway, Johnny's crass, unnecessary fucking joke aside, goodness.
Man, we almost went the whole show without talking about cum.
I'm saying, Johnny, where is
Johnny-
your fucking mind?
Johnny's crass, unnecessary joke. Jesse, what's the theme? Oh, games with semen. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Games jizz. So anyway, yeah, Jesse, you won the fantastic seafaring episode, and you get to select the theme for next week's episode. So I would like to know what you've got in mind for this upcoming show.
So we've been talking about like how
Semen.
we love getting together and doing stuff as a group, and I know a lot of tunas have been getting together and doing stuff as a group, and so I was thinking about what about games where you play as like a group of characters. So like like RPGs are obviously an easy answer because usually you're a party of people, or
Right.
but there's tons of other games where you play like more than one person doing
Yep.
stuff.
Controlling multiple characters and or like playing as a party of characters.
Now,
Yes.
was it games where you control multiple characters or games where you can choose from multiple characters?
Well, they have to be like traveling together and
Okay.
stuff.
I
Like
was just thinking of like, for example, like Streets of Rage. You can choose from multiple characters, but you're not necessarily playing as multiple.
Not unless
Yeah,
you've got
yeah.
somebody else playing with you.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
Like like a one-on-one fighting game. Obviously, yeah.
No.
But now, Jesse, what about
like
what about
King of
tag fighting
Fighters? Yeah, I was about to say King of Fighters. You can pick like 3 people and stuff. So
Yeah.
like like typical game
open
that
to a
tune
little
rules.
interp
If you
Games
can-
with a party.
if you can
party games?
Yeah, party games. I was gonna introduce it that way, but I thought it'd be more heartfelt if I talked about us like hanging out and
Games
stuff.
with companions.
Yeah.
right.
Friendly games.
The old friendly game.
Games with semen.
Yeah, friendly semen.
I mean, depending on what game it is, David could be correct. David, leave the crass jokes to Johnny. It's really not a good color on you.
Yeah, I'm telling cum jokes.
I mean-
No one's laughing. I don't get no respect. I tell you.
It's not a good color on me.
Hey,
It tends
yo.
to stain. Hey ho, hey.
I show up and I told you to come, then we'll do it. I don't get no come.
Episode title: I don't get no cum.
All right.
Wow. What a show. Wait, who's dead?
Oh, Ronnie Dangerfield.
What a show. Oh, yeah, he's been dead for a long time. Fuck, what am I thinking?
Yeah, I've been dead for so long, and people forgot about me. I get no respect. I tell
Yeah.
you.
How about fucking RIP to this bit? Jesus Christ. What a great.
There
What,
goes,
David? You want to do the bit one more time? All right,
I was
David.
going to say, it's like, well, there
Every-
goes me introducing my Twitter handle. All right.
Yeah. All right. Well, fine, David. You do the whole fucking outro right now as David Dangerfield.
Dave.
No, I just wanted to say that, hey, times are rough. My wife asked me to join a bridge club. I jump off on Tuesday. Hey, ho.
Oh man,
He's
I
got
could
jokes.
literally hear these all night.
That jokes this guy. Fucking, what does Rodney Dangerfield think about fucking Patreon, David?
Hey ho, Patreon. If you want to give some respect, just hit patreon.com/game that tune. Hey ho.
Does he say "hey ho" that much? Is he the remote?
You can't just bookend things with hey ho, David.
Yes, says the man who says an entire accent is prefaced by ugh.
The beauty of the though is that Johnny never like says or finishes the accent. But anyway, thank you.
This show
Rodney
really hit an
Dangerfield.
iceberg.
Jesus Christ. It's a sticking point, guys. I can't deal with a well done
A
impression.
sticky point.
Yeah. But yeah, what a show it's been. Thank you everybody so much for watching live with us. We're live every Wednesday night. We're on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. Search for Game That Tune. Thank you to everybody listening in podcast form. We're at GameThatTune.com or anywhere you get your podcasts. We love you guys listening and subscribing and sharing with your friends. Thanks to everybody. Excuse me. Thanks everybody checking out Patreon. Patreon.com/GameThatTune. As Rodney said, it's the home for our fun exclusives. We got Covered Up. We got mixtapes. We get No Respect at All. We got Game That Tune gems. And you help us keep the lights on at the 24/7 video game music live stream. Just a lot of fun stuff going on over there at patreon.com/GameThatTune. We want to give a shout out to our absurd fans on Patreon. Alex Messenger, Lance Revere, Damian Beckles, Bradford Stevens, Daniel Perky, Taylor Y, Sam L, Mork, Tasty Grimmery, Phoenix Tier 2121, Unsaddled Zebra, and Akadar, a fantastic group of patrons that we've got at patreon.com/GameThatTune. David, you took the request. Remind us who made the request this week.
The request came from our Discord. It came from the Baffler. Thank you, the Baffler.
Hell yeah. Thank you, Baff, for the request. Fantastic request. Make your requests in Discord. That's the best place to do it. Discord links in the show notes. Or you can hit us up, gamethattune@gmail.com, or hit us on Twitter at gamethattune. And David, you didn't win the show, so I don't need to fucking say anything to you anymore. Jesse, you won the show. And you don't have to respect David at all. So you've got the bonus tunes, and I want to know what we are going home with tonight.
Well, recently we were talking about Mega Driver, and so I was like, oh, let's play a Mega Driver song. And I picked Chemical Plant Zone as done by Mega Driver.
Mega Driver. I dig it, man. Hell yeah. Thank you, everybody, for listening, and we'll see you next week. Peace out, everybody. Far Changing Tides is copyright 2022 Okamotive and Mixed Vision. Steel Diver is copyright 2011 Nintendo of America Incorporated. Adventures with Barbie Ocean Discovery is copyright 1997 Mattel. Uncharted 3 Drake's Deception is copyright 2011 Naughty Dog Studios and Sony Computer Entertainment. Top Gun is copyright 1987 Konami.